Good afternoon to you, DTM Tashi Brown.
Good afternoon.
All right. So let us now begin our interview. You may choose to deliver either an opening statement to introduce your vision or priorities before the question and answers, or a closing statement to share your final thoughts after the questions. So please let me know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
I'll reserve my remarks for the end.
Okay. Thank you so much for your answer. Now, can you please share with us a little bit about your vision and why you are running for district director?
Thank you so much, DTM. Claudia, my vision is for us to continue the strides that we have made as a district and to continue that collaborative spirit as we work together to develop our individual skills and to support each other as we help each other to develop our skills as a whole. I would love to see us embracing the DCP program more than just a task or an assignment, but to see it as a culture that we work towards that helps us to be able to achieve that individual development and the development of others within our clubs. And through that process of embracing the DCP, I would like for us to recognize that these performances are for us to be able to grow and develop.
Thank you for your response. And how will you work with District 81 to build our district unity and communication?
Thank you for that question. I will focus on us having collaborative sessions where we can learn from each other. And one particular area is that of utilizing past leaders to serve as mentors for current leaders so that we can be able to receive guidance that is needed so that we are able to ensure that we have our growth in the communication aspect. As it relates to unity, as we know, Toastmasters is a place where we learn best in moments of enjoyment. So I'd want for us to come together from time to time to have that spirit of enjoyment as a district, as we do activities that are not only about communication and leadership, but also light activities that we can be able to have fun together.
Yes, I heard you. Now, what can you and your district do to get more members excited about being a part of the leadership process?
I believe in sharing success stories. So if you are successful, then why not share? Whatever your challenges are as well, share that so that others can be able to utilize those challenges as stepping stones to do things differently for growth. I believe it's also important for us to always ensure that we work together to keep people informed. If you know something, share it with others. Don't keep it to yourself. Working together to keep people involved, recognizing what are the interests and skills of persons within our district and helping them to be able to maintain that.
Thank you so much for that answer. Can you now share your final thoughts with us, please?
Thank you. District 81, I look forward to an impactful journey as we continue to build on the successes of our past and move forward to have a future that really allows us to evolve into our better selves.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tashi Brown. It was a pleasure. And here ends the interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
The candidate Corinne Thomas. In this session, you may choose to deliver either an opening statement to introduce your vision and priorities before the Q&A, or a closing statement to share your final thoughts about the questions. Please let me know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
I prefer a closing statement. Thank you.
Fabulous. Let's start with the first question then. How will you improve the quality of training for club officers members?
I have been involved in club officer training across the division and elsewhere for a number of years, and I have learned to listen. So one of the things that I will ensure is that I take into consideration some of the concerns that members have had about it being the same old, same old. And I intend to try to incorporate new material while we deliver the same quality program that District 81 is known for. We have some new initiatives coming this year that need to be emphasized, such as the new requirements for the Distinguished Club Program, and the Club Success Plan. So we're going to have to ensure that our members are equipped to do that. And one of the things that I intend to do is have an early meeting with our incoming division directors before we start training, so that I'm not just going to send out an email, but we are going to have a discussion so we're all on the same page.
Thank you, Dan. And also, what are your plans to achieve the district goals in the Distinguished Program during your year?
Collaboration, empowerment. I want to take it from the standpoint that I strongly believe the DCP is not the end all and be all of the club's existence. Clubs are here to support and ensure that members' needs are achieved. The DCP is the benchmark, and I believe that we can have a win-win, engaging members, ensuring that they are developed, and in that way, meeting the DCP needs. And I will now take my closing statement.
Yes, please.
Fellow District 81 members, I have a passion for Toastmasters and for District 81, a passion for excellence, a passion for seeing the members of District 81 maximize their talents and aspirations by getting all they can get out of their Toastmasters journey. My proven experience, strategic insight, and heart for service will fuel my role as PQD. My plan is to create innovative training programs to equip clubs with the tools to support their members, to expand mentorship initiatives, and to promote pathways engagement. Let's grow together. Let's lead together. Let's succeed together. I am Corinne Thomas, your Program Quality Director 2025 to 2026, Empowering Excellence, Elevating Growth.
Pleasant afternoon, DTM Austin, and welcome to the Candidate Showcase. You may deliver an opening statement to introduce your vision and priorities before the Q&A, or a closing statement to share your final thoughts after the questions. Please let us know your preference.
My preference is to deliver my opening statement, after which I can take questions.
Fair enough. Please be reminded that you have 6 minutes to do so, in addition to being asked and answering 3 questions.
Sure, thank you.
You may proceed.
Yes. Good evening, district leaders and Toastmasters. I am Jacqueline Austin, candidate for the role of Club Growth Director. You may be wondering why I have put myself forward to serve in this capacity. And I want to serve as your club growth director because I recognize that there are a number of challenges facing our clubs in District 81. It's no secret. Some of our clubs are struggling to gain new members. Some of them have members on paper, but those members are inactive. You may also consider the fact that in District 81, we have a situation where persons are not presenting, or Toastmasters are not presenting themselves for leadership. We have promised that we would make ourselves available for leadership, and therefore this is why I am presenting myself as a candidate for this role. I want to share with you the fact that I have a vision, and this vision comprises of 5 firm foundational strategies for club growth. The first of which would be to follow leads strategically, to ensure that we really tap into the potential of prospective clubs, corporate clubs. I work in a college, and I am already thinking about setting up another college club with my counterparts in Anguilla. Interestingly enough, there are also opportunities for corporate clubs, as I said, and university clubs. We know that university students have a sense of trepidation before they present or make a presentation. My daughter, when she was a student, indicated to me that she froze when she was about to make a presentation. I will also be examining in this 5-point strategy club retention and support. We ought to give more support to our clubs. I will be examining establishing, of course, with you on board, a club health task force. And this task force will be looking at rebuilding our clubs. The third point I would want to make in my opening statement is that we must have membership engagement and visibility. Some of our members are brilliant, attracting members. They are the salesperson, so to speak, of Toastmasters. And we ought to recognize these individuals with badges. And I see that we will have coming July 1st, the Smedley Distinguished status for 25 or more members. And this is exciting, an exciting new development. And we in District 81 will be on board. I also want to share with you the importance as an educator myself, and having spent several years in human resource development, that I am keen to have you participate. Those who want to be coaches, mentors, and sponsors of clubs, to be trained and truly prepared in a very strategic way to establish those clubs. We must transform Toastmasters guests into Toastmasters. That's the 5th and final point of my 5-point firm foundational strategies for club growth. We know that some of you are excellent hosts. Your clubs have best practices. We want to share those best practices and provide every opportunity for Toastmasters to be engaged in transforming those guests into Toastmasters. So I trust that you would afford me the opportunity to become your club growth director in this Toastmasters year 2020, coming Toastmasters year July 1st, 2025 to 2026. Thank you so much. That concludes my presentation in terms of my vision for the role of Club Growth Director.
Thank you very much, Dr. Austin, for your opening statement. It looks like we may have just enough time for 1 or maybe 2 questions.
Sure.
The first one being, what strategies will you implement to increase membership and charter new clubs in our district?
And I mean, this goes right into my strategy that I would have presented in terms of club growth. We must tap into those niche opportunities for corporate clubs, university clubs, college clubs, and let's work with our partners, Rotary, the Lions. These are opportunities that, of course, will present themselves to us as Toastmasters, and we must leverage them.
And perhaps last but by no means least, how will you support struggling clubs to help them thrive?
Yes, how would I support struggling clubs to help them thrive? Yes, our clubs are struggling, but I believe that before we take the decision to suspend the club, now we have committed members in those clubs, and when we suspend the club, we lose those committed members. I think we need to look more closely at struggling clubs, and we also need to put in place our coaches and mentors.
Okay, thank you very much, DTM
You're
Austin,
welcome.
for your responses. Pleasant afternoon, Toastmaster Lobato. Just in case you are not aware, you may choose to deliver either an opening statement to introduce your vision and priorities before the Q&A, or a closing statement to share your final thoughts after the questions. Please let us know your preference.
Prefer to do the opening statement, please.
The virtual spotlight is yours. Remember, you have 6 minutes, inclusive of responses to questions.
Dear district leaders, when we talk about growth in Toastmaster, we often think of launching new clubs. The true and lasting growth starts from within. That's why my vision as your next club growth director is clear. Build clubs from within. I believe strong clubs are the foundation of a thriving district. When our existing clubs flourish, new ones will follow automatically with experience, mentorship, and enthusiasm. Together, we will focus on supporting current clubs by building and retaining membership and by creating an environment where confident leaders and mentors can grow. Vote for proven growth. Vote for your next club growth director. Vote for Natalie Lobato, distinguished Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Lobato. Let's start with the questions. What strategies will you implement to increase membership and charter new member clubs in our district?
I believe that, as I said so earlier, that we can create clubs from within by building on the members that are currently, retaining them. And then afterwards, for the strong clubs, we can move on by creating more clubs through as you split the club that has grown into 40 members. So that is one of my strategies that I want to retain the current members, growing members from within, and then growing clubs also from within.
Thank you very much for your response. How will you support struggling clubs to help them thrive?
Yes, we have a lot of struggling clubs right now, but I think when we come together as one district, we can help those struggling clubs by supporting them through mentorship, through club coach, to giving them more training, and then that they will have the reach out for more members in their community. Because I think there is a lot of space for more members and more clubs in this district.
Thank you for that response. And perhaps my last and final question. What leadership skills and experience can you bring to the district?
I hope I can bring a lot of experience and knowledge because of my personal growth. I was an area director twice and I was a division director once. So I think I know what it gives for the clubs that are struggling to achieve their charter members quantity, but also I have known clubs that are ready to help each other. As the motto goes, friends helping friends succeed. And that's why I will bring that, my experience, both from professionally as a finance manager and a managing director of a company, and also with all my experience from Toastmasters. I am a trainer, so training won't be any problem for me. And I go for it with my dedication and my vision. I hope to achieve more members and more clubs.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Lobato, for your responses.
Known Toastmaster Germany. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your comments for the end?
Reserve my comments for the end or just go straight to the questions?
Certainly. My first question for you this afternoon is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
Yeah, I'm just 5 minutes for me to put back myself in area directors when I was once one. But what I will do is that I will liaise with them as often as possible. I mean, we're in a business of communication, so I'll communicate with them a lot, often and efficiently, and then I'll just get to know their needs and cater to it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Germany. My second question for you, what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over this program year?
In fact, for me to do that, I really need to know the members, in fact. Knowing the members, that's how I will meet their need, and then I will meet the goal. I mean, first, if I meet their need, I will retain them, they will stay. If they stay, well, they might ask some other people to come. And then we will grow, and then I will meet the goal, I think. Yeah. I think.
Thank you, Toastmaster Germany. Which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important? And can you tell us why?
I mean, yeah, they have all 4 of them. But I believe integrity is not first for nothing. I mean, without integrity, you don't go far away without integrity. I mean, your actions match what you say. If you just say something and you don't do it, what's the value? I believe integrity is the most important one. And then if I can do things and then having my conscience clear, I think I will live a happy life. So will other people. So integrity for me. Thank you.
And as it relates to how we can encourage members to speak up to address concerns about the club and district leadership, how do you think we can do that?
Mm. Yeah, I think we could have like a, not a hotline, but you know, pouring the soul line or something like that. But anyway, something with where people can put their list of grievance when they can see what's on their mind. I believe we can even organize, you know, events like laying on the sofa, you know, when you are at with the psychologist, but not so psycho, but you just saying what you have to say. I mean, you know, just pouring your soul so we can respond to the request.
Thank you, Toastmaster Germany. Those are my questions. I will encourage you to make your closing remarks.
Well, all I have to say is that I stand before you because I'm able and willing to serve. I feel that now that I'm in my 50s, it's high time to bring my leadership to the upper scale. And I will be happy to serve as Division A Director. Vote for me, and we shall reach all those goals. Over to you,
Thank
Madam.
you, Toastmaster Germany. I wish you all the best on the rest of your journey.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Would you
Good
like to
afternoon.
begin with a statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
I let it for the end.
Very well. My first question for you this afternoon is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
Thank you for the question, Toastmaster. Yes, as I am very glad to working with others, I will have a close relationship with them and work in a team. And as a democratic leader, I will give them also the word to speak and inspire them to go on with their work.
Thank you, Toastmaster Martis. My second question is, what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
Okay, thank you. Yes, as I'm like to inspire others. So my vision is to inspire the membership to make better clubs. And so working with the other leaders, we can inspire others to get my vision. So to grow and make the the Toastmasters social media account and make it, worldwide.
Great, thank you. My third question, which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important? And can you tell us why?
The most important for me as they have integrity, service, excellence, and integrity. For me is service, as I like to service other persons. So that's why this year and in the past years, I visited the most clubs I can abroad and also here in Curacao. That's why I help, helping others. For me, service is the most important one.
Thank you. My fourth question, how can you or we as a district encourage members to speak up to address concerns about clubs and district leadership? How do you think we can encourage them?
If someone has a problem, talk to a leader, maybe the executive committee, make them feel confident to talking with others. So when they have one or other concern, remark, or problem, you have a mentor, you can reach out of them, and the mentor can go to the executive committee, and the executive committee can come to the higher ones, the area directors, and also the district division director.
Thank you, Toastmaster Martis. Those are my questions. I do encourage you to proceed with your closing remarks.
Okay, thank you. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would like to leave you with a small and powerful truth. We are the voice. We are the heart and the future of Toastmasters. It starts when we choose to inspire membership by making every person feel welcomed, empowered, and part of something meaningful. We don't grow in numbers, we grow in confidence, in connection. We do this through centered leadership, leading not from ego, but from empathy. When we lead from the center, we lift others with us. That's why the real impact begins. And when we lead well, we create Champions League clubs, vibrant, supportive, and alive with possibility. Clubs that celebrate progress, foster growth, and turn members into confident communicators and leaders. From there, we take the next step, amplifying the Toastmasters' voice in our communities. We speak not just to impress, but to inspire. Not just in meetings, but in our schools, workplaces, and our world. Let's carry that energy forward. Let's be bold, but united and be leaders, and our mission calls. My name is Lorella Mant, distinguished Toastmaster, and I hope to count on your support and your vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Martis.
You're welcome.
Good evening. Good evening, DTM Sonia.
Would you like to begin with an opening statement, or do you wish to reserve your comments to the end?
I reserve my statement to the end.
Very well. My
You
first
can hear
question
me?
to you. Yes, I can.
Okay.
My first question for you this afternoon is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
I will support, thank you for the question, Madam Chair. I will support my area directors in their role by manage an agenda that I put together at the beginning of the year. And then I will meet with them regularly once a month to see how they are working in their areas. The first thing that I will do is to conduct a training for the area directors so that they can know their role better. And in between the year, I will organize training as well. And I would like also to support the area directors that maybe has difficulty to have a one-on-one session with them.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paso. My second question for you is, what are your plans to reach the district's goal in membership and club growth over the program year?
My goal is to, again, to have a agenda that is based on my plan. My plan will be this upcoming Toastmasters year to develop leadership, stronger leadership in my division. I think leadership is very important on an advanced level to help the division to grow the membership.
And I will also make a strategic plan in terms of marketing to help recruit members. It is very important that the members know how to recruit members, and I will, together with the area directors, develop a kind of script so that they know what they have to say when they meet a prospect member. And another point is also, as I already said, a marketing plan, because I think Toastmaster must be more known in the community so that people can get interest to become a member.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paso. The next question, which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
I hold the value integrity because all the values, the core values are important, but I will elaborate about integrity because I think integrity is the one that sustains the other values. Why? Because integrity is doing things of act when other people are not seeing you. And two things in Toastmaster that I think that is very important in terms of integrity is, for example, the educational program Pathways, and when we have speech contest, because the educational program for me has some gaps. And with integrity, you can follow this program and submit your achievement. And in terms of speech contest, it is important to know that your members has to be eligible to participate at speech contest.
Thank you. How can we encourage members to speak up to address concerns about club and district leadership?
I beg your pardon?
How can we encourage members to speak up to address concerns about club and district leadership?
I think express concern is very important for the well-being of an organization. And one way we can do this is to encourage members to speak in, for example, a forum. If members don't want to bring their concern openly, I can construct a system for them to bring their feedback silently. But for me, it is important to hear their concern because when we are part of organization, it is not possible that everyone has the same thoughts.
Thank you for answering.
Can I go over to the closing statement?
Please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I joined Toastmasters in 2014, and since then, I've been observing and learning what Toastmasters truly stands for. My interest grew when I served as an assistant to 2 area directors in 2 consecutive terms. I kept my eyes open to observe leadership in action within my division, as well as the dedication and performance of our members. Now more than ever, developing more leaders is essential to sustaining our mission of service. My vision, the upcoming Toastmasters year, is to empower members to become more active, practice leadership, and enhance their abilities to serve in greater capacities. You may ask, what does this mean? I will work diligently with area directors to enable growth in our clubs. As a seasoned leader, having served as an area director, assistant division director program quality, club president twice, coordinator of major events, founder of a Toastmaster storytelling clubs, accredited trainer, and holder of various professional qualifications, I am well equipped to support our clubs and areas in their growth and success. All of this is in service of our greater district mission. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Have all the best on your journey.
Thank you.
Distinguished Toastmaster Janet Plummer, pleasant afternoon to you.
Thank
You
you.
may choose to deliver either an opening statement to introduce your vision and priorities before the Q&A, or a closing statement to share your final thoughts after the questions. Please let us know your preference.
I'll do a closing statement.
Very well. That allows me to ask the first of a few questions. How will you support your area directors in their roles?
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present. I will support my area directors in their roles by ensuring that they have the adequate training to enable them to perform effectively. And throughout the duration of our tenure, I plan to have at least quarterly meetings to become up to date with the activities that they are engaged in, and to provide whatever support they will need as they carry out their responsibilities.
Okay, thank you very much for your response. Which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important, and why?
The core value I hold most important is integrity, and for a number of reasons. I am also a chartered accountant, and in my organization, integrity. As a matter of fact, our tagline is integrity first. And so I hold that dearly. I'm also an employee in Tax Administration Jamaica. And in tax administration, integrity is something that is key to ensure that we keep the business of the government as well as the business of our customers sacred, and we only use the information that is necessary to carry out the activities that we need to do. Integrity also means that I will do whatever is right at all times, regardless of who is seeing and whether or not I am visible or my actions are being visible to anyone around.
Okay. Final question. How can we encourage members to speak up and to address concerns about club and district leadership?
I think one of the ways that we can encourage our members to speak up is by showing them that if they do speak up, there won't be any consequence if their communication is respectful and honest. I doubt that there are members who will have things about us that they don't want to share. But if they do, if they feel that the environment is supportive and there won't be any adverse consequence for speaking up and for showing what is right, then they will be encouraged to do so.
Thank you very much for your responses, DTM Janet Plummer.
Toastmaster Joel, would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
With an opening statement, please.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Good day, District 81. My name is Joel Auguste Alexander, and I am deeply honored to be a candidate
for Division C Director 2025-2026. Over the years in Toastmasters, which spanned from May of 2013 to present, I have grown tremendously as a speaker, a member, a mentor, a leader, an area director, and now I am putting my heart into this to go up as a district leader as a division director. For me, this is not just another opportunity, but really and truly an opportunity to serve, to bring Division C together for excellence. I believe that I am someone who is very passionate about Toastmasters, and I would love to rally everyone with me in Division C for excellence. Club excellence, member engagement, and leadership development. I would like the next crop of leaders to emerge from Division C, and it not be a case that we are shy, but we are well prepared as members, well prepared as leaders to go out and serve. I am looking forward to a great year ahead for Division C with me as your Division C director. For me, this is not just leading a division, it's about leaving a legacy of growth, collaboration, and excellence. I'm not just here to serve, I'm here to listen and to lead from the heart. Joelle Erica Vivian Auguste Alexander, your candidate for Division C Director. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joelle. My question for you is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
I will empower them. I am not a fan of micromanagement. I do believe you get the best out of leaders, out of individuals when you empower them. So for me, as the district Division C director, I will empower my area directors to be their best. I will support them 150%. I would lead from the front. I would allow them to be their individual persons, empower them, and definitely support them.
Thank you. Which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Integrity. For me, integrity is doing the right thing, whether there are persons there or not. And even me being a club officer, a club leader within my club members normally say, when Joelle is around, ensure that we dot every single I and cross our T. And I believe in integrity. If you make a mistake, when you make a mistake, you should be able to hold yourself accountable and come forth. And especially if you're someone of integrity, they would realize that it was a genuine mistake. And as human beings, we learn from mistakes and we grow from mistakes. So for me, integrity is my #1 core value, notwithstanding respect, service, and excellence.
Thank you. Those are my questions for you.
Candidate Pascal, can you see the timer?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, now we can proceed. Please let us know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
I prefer an opening statement.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Dear District 81 leaders, today I stand before you because 17 years ago, Toastmasters has shaped me. It has transformed me. It has changed my life. Along this journey, I found my voice. I found a family and I found a mission. Now I am ready to give back. I am ready to serve at a higher level with vision, with energy, and with deep commitment as Division D Director for the upcoming term. In 2020, while the world was facing the global pandemic, our country, Haiti, was also in crisis. The streets were empty, schools were closed, gatherings were banned. Our club meeting began to lose momentum. And yet, amid the uncertainty, a screen lit up on Zoom every Monday. It was the first national public debate competition, La Coupe des Débats, which I had the honor of organizing and leading. In the middle of fear, paylocks, and shaky connections internet, with this project, I saw a real opportunity, an opportunity to bring people together, to light the spark again. With a passionate team, I show that with vision, determination, and resilience, even hard times, even storm, can become a springboard. Now, COVID-19 is behind us, but sadly, Division D still faces serious challenges, and we must rise to meet them. My vision is simple, but strong. To reinvent and let the light of Division D shine through the action of its members, guided by inclusive leadership and a case for lasting impact. Driven by this vision that places member growth and excellence at the core, we will empower our members through target capacity building, encourage the creation of new sponsored clubs, foster a culture of excellence, and forge strategic partnerships with external organizations to amplify our collective impact. Dear District 81 leaders, this mandate is more than a mission. It's an opportunity to transform every challenge into a catalyst for collective progress, an opportunity to propel Division D higher than ever. Together, let's write the new chapter. A chapter of growth, a chapter of unity, a chapter of pride, when every member finds their place, where every member finds their voice. A vote for me, Pascal Cantave, is a vote for a stronger, more vibrant Division D. Let us build this legacy together.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pascal. My following question for you, that is, which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Hello?
Yes? The question was,
Can you
which-
repeat?
Sure. Which core
Okay.
value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Okay. One core value that I hold most important is service, because it's the value that puts the others into action. Service is the heartbeat of leadership in Toastmasters. From mentoring a new member to taking one club officer role, organizing events. When we serve, we naturally show respect for others, act with integrity, and strive for excellence to uplight the community. Look, for me, the most important is service.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pascal. Wishing you all the best, Toastmaster Pascal.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Patricia, can you see the timer?
Yes, I see the
Yes,
timer.
you can. Okay. Do you prefer, Patricia, an opening statement or closing remarks?
The closing.
Okay, thank you for that. So we will start off with the question, candidate Patricia. Which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Which
core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Dear Toastmasters, dear panelists and judges, which value I believe most? This is the integrity. Why? Because with integrity, you are sincere. You are sincere on what you say, your commitment, your promise, and also everyone can rely on you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Patricia. My next question is, how will you support your area directors in their roles? How will you support your area directors in their roles?
This is an excellent question. Being a division director, it's working closely with the area directors by achieving their goals. Because at the end of the year, the division is supposed to be distinguished president. And for that, we have to work on the area director for their club to become distinguished president. Because having half of the club's distinguished president can elevate the division and also keeping the clubs alive, not missing anyone, any clubs, but having at least one new club. This is how I will work with the area director, with the growth to connect with people and using the 3C, which is connection, communication, consolidation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Patricia. My last question for you, Patricia, that will be, what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year? What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program years?
I have a plan on 3 C's. The 3 C's plan, I actually call it. The first one is cultivate growth. When I said cultivate growth, it's having the clubs alive, as I said before, to foster club growth. Sponsorize 10 Triple Crown achievers, having 5 Speechcraft,
and to youth leadership. This is the first C. The second is to connect people, because you know we have people all over the world, even if they Asian, with the 29 clubs, we are all over the world, to unify them, to be connected with them, and also to be more effective with them, to strengthen the capacity and support club for the leaders and also for each club. The third one is to consolidate them. To consolidate, as I said, missing anyone, to ensure long-term program, strengthen their capacity, solidify achievement, because sometimes we lost at some point. Support club in difficulties and nurture the next generation of leadership.
Thank you, Toastmaster Patricia. Okay, I will ask you one more question. Oh no, let's go to the closing statement, please. Your closing statement, please.
Sorry for that, I didn't hear about this. Dear fellow leaders, members, and dream builders, I stand before you with humility, but also with a clear, ambitious visions. Leaders unified for your creative division D. A division D with 29 clubs in 4 languages and half of the members outside of Haiti, with a great diversity and a lot of challenges. I promise you to unify leaders for creative division D. To do so, I will use 3 C strategies: cultivate growth, connect people, and consolidate success. Cultivate growth, because the future is built on strong foundation to foster club growth, sponsor 10 first Triple Crown achievers, organize 5 Speechcraft, 2 youth leadership workshops, and the creation of 2 new clubs on innovative initiative like Hybrid Open Doors. Connect with people, because unity is strength. To strengthen the bonds between clubs, encourage exchange, member engagement, and synergy across the division to 1 event each quarter. Consolidate success, because stability is the foundation of progress. To ensure long-term stability, strengthen the capacity of our leaders, solidify our achievements, support clubs in difficulty, nurture the next generation of leadership, and secure a durable path forward. My mission is clear: to lead a creative division that grows, inspires, and supports every voice, and I promise, leadership is a service, not a status. I am ready to serve. Are you ready to vote? Voting Patricia is voting for unified leaders. Voting for the 3 C's: cultivate growth, connect people, consolidate success. Voting for me is a wise vote for innovation and creativity. Remember, Patricia Coutin, your best vote ever. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Thank you, candidate Patricia. Wishing you all the best.
Toastmasters Tyreek, please let us know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
I'll reserve my remarks to the end.
Wonderful. Then I'm going to ask you, how will you support your area directors in the roles?
How will I support my area directors in their role? As stated, as I would state that one thing I would do as division director is to make sure that each of my area directors have a courtesy partner, but also support partner and support team where I also support them, and also we support them together. So we have meetings, we assist each other, see where we have issues. And with this, as division director, my key role is to make sure that I support each and every one of them, being there with them, going to their club visits, to the different clubs that they go to, so I can be a part of the process and support them along the way, and even support them on a one-on-one, not just inside of Toastmasters, but outside of Toastmasters also, showing that as a leader, I truly care.
Thank you for that answer. And what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
So one of the things I had in mind for as division director is not only just to start a fresh club, but support the current clubs that are struggling with memberships. And by doing that, once I build into those, I will then extend to support to building new clubs. So at least we could get 2 new clubs enrolled in assisting in supporting the district with building new clubs to thrive. And with this, I'm sure with my great and compassionate division team that will be with me to support me, we'll do this together to grow a bigger and better District 81.
Excellent. Which core value of Toastmaster do you hold most important and why?
I am glad you said that. And the core value that I hold mostly important is service. As a humanitarian and a philanthropist, I've always believed that service to humanity is the best work of life. And the reason because of this is because that is just who I am. I believe in serving others. I believe in offering service without looking back to get anything in return. And this is why it's one of the most compassionate and most dear to me, because I serve people without looking for reward in the end.
Thank you. You can make your closing statement, right?
So one thing I would want to say, I am here to serve my division, which is Division E. I'm here to support each and every member, every club, and everyone out there to remember that it's not about me, the division director, who will be there. It's about you, the members, how we can build this together and how we can make our division and District 81 the best district in the entire Toastmasters International. Thank you.
Thank you for your response, and I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Lisa Ann, please let us know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or preserve your remarks for the end?
I will reserve my remarks for the end.
Excellent. Then I'm going to ask you, how will you support your area directors in the roles?
How will I support my area directors in their roles? I will, of course, we naturally always form a group, which is very essential in communication purposes. I will also be checking in on them often. I will also be paying attention to the data that is provided on TI. And as we move through the Toastmaster year, I will be paying attention at things that I see that are doing well, and of course, things that I will have to follow up and ask them, hey, what's going on here? So I will be keeping my own eye on what's going on and checking in on them throughout the Toastmaster year. And of course, meetings are very important. Periodically, we will have to check in with each other and have a formal sit down and discuss what is going on within the areas to find out what needs to be looked at and how we could provide the necessary support. Because something that is very important for me is to catch things early I don't want to be at the very ending of the Toastmaster year when we hit April and all the numbers are coming in and realizing, okay, this particular club needs help here. So if we could keep on top of things, we could be able to catch things very early and provide the clubs with the help that they need.
Thank you. And what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
How are we going to reach our goals? Well, that is a very loaded question. So definitely we will, again, everything has to do with the club and the membership. So I would like to make everybody be aware of the tools. I'm a person, I don't want you to tell me you didn't know. So I'm going to let you know all the tools that are out there for you for your help. So, and I'm going to encourage the area directors to tell their clubs that there are many tools that could help you, whether you plan an open house, you plan a speech craft, if it's possible in your area, youth leader program that will create, a buzz, along with helping the youth and other persons in the area, if that is viable for that particular club. But don't spend the entire year and say, well, there's nothing I could do to reach my wider membership. There are many tools in the Toastmaster toolkit that you could utilize, and I want them to be aware that these are the things you should use to help you to bring in members. And of course, it helps you as an individual Toastmaster because you get to stretch your leadership muscles.
Most definitely. And which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Sometimes it seems cliche, but integrity. We all want to trust the person we are dealing with. We all want to know that that person is someone of their word, that when you ask them to do something, that they will get it done. One of the things that have gotten me to this point is I've always been able to ask my senior members for help, and without a doubt, I get it. I'm not waiting days in advance for help. They have been persons of integrity. They have been supportive. So that aspect of Toastmasters is really important for me. That particular value of having integrity and supporting your membership and being a person of your word is something that I value.
Thank you. Now I let you to do your closing remarks.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you for this opportunity. I think we're coming down to the end of this road. Even if I'm not successful, which I hope I am, I know that this experience has taught me a lot. I've come out of my comfort zone and I have been able to utilize this process to learn a little bit more about myself. And I look forward to supporting my area directors in the area. And of course, the most important people in my membership and the clubs.
Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster Rhonda.
Good
Please
afternoon.
let us know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
I would prefer to start with the opening statement.
You may
Please.
proceed.
Thank you. So good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night to everyone. I am Toastmaster Rhonda Lynch Watts. I am the nominated candidate for Division
Director for Division F. It is my pleasure to be here. It is my pleasure to serve, to be able to give to the division what I have learned and experienced over the last 7 years of my term as a Toastmasters International proud member. It is my desire to be of service and to work in service with the members of Division F, to be able to get us even higher with regard to our hope of becoming a better leader, since Toastmasters International is indeed a place where leaders are made. I look forward to working with the Division F and District 81 to making our entire district a better, more strengthened, and a beacon for the rest of Toastmasters International worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you. My first question for you is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
I've had the experience of being an area director a little over 2 years ago, around that time. And I do understand that it's an interesting role. We are all volunteers and we are assisting by supervisory efforts and also by being able to be the liaison between the division and the district. Those goals that we have set in place as we are forming new clubs, as we are strengthening new clubs, and we are becoming a stronger division. The opportunity that we have because of our members allows us to be able to hear what's on the ground and support. So one, and be able to get the performance indicators there, to be able to liaise with persons, to have open communication with the area directors and with the clubs. Those are some of the areas in terms I would like to be able to assist, be available, be approachable, and to lend what experience and advice I may have to help us to get to our next levels. Yes?
Okay, my next question for you is, which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
I hold integrity most important. In a world where there seems to be a lack of persons doing what they say they will do and meaning what they say they mean, it's important for trust, it is important for commitment, it is important for positive engagement that persons, including myself, do what they say they will do and be who they say they will be. So for me, integrity is that core value that I hold most close to me.
Thank you. Those were my questions. Good evening, Toastmaster Yanira. Please let us know your preference. Would you like to begin with an opening statement or reserve your remarks for the end?
With an opening statement, please.
You may proceed.
Hi, fellow Toastmasters and district leaders. I am Yanira Morales from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, your candidate for Division G Director, the nominated candidate by the District Leadership Committee. My vision is to cultivate a vibrant, supportive, and high-performing community of clubs. I will be collaborating with area directors and district leaders to ensure quality across the division. We will be working to support our members and clubs.
Thank you for that. My first question for you is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
We will be working directly with area directors to highlight the powerful benefits of memberships and help every members and club achieve their success plan.
Thank you. My next question for you is, which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
For me, integrity, it's really important. It's part of who we are, of who I am, and how I can lead this area with integrity, and my formula will be fun and recognition to help grow.
My last question. What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
Oh, yes, that is really important to support area directors to reach the distinguished club program, to meet all the education, administrative goals, to reach the highest level to become a distinguished club in our area. We want to retain and we want to grow.
Thank you. Those were my questions. Good luck.
Good afternoon, nominated candidate Denise. Nominated candidate Denise, do you see the timer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's proceed. Would you like to start off with an opening statement, or would you like to reserve that as a closing remark at the end?
I would like to do the opening statement and then follow with the questions.
In that case, the floor is yours.
District leaders, I am extremely honored to be present here today as your nominee for Division I. Building bridges and empowering members allows and brings uniqueness from members who are empowered, members who have strength and have perspective towards one common goal within our division and district. I may now proceed with the questions.
Okay. Nominated candidate. For you, which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
I believe in the core value of integrity. That speaks a lot to me. Having integrity means that you are going to do what's right, irregardless of what others think. And having integrity means that the morals and values, the laws, the codes within Toastmasters will be followed and can be implemented, not only by the division director, but her team of council, the area directors, the club, and that reflects on the district.
Thank you for that. Next question for you, nominated candidate Denise. How will you support your area directors in their roles? How will you support the area directors in their roles?
By supporting my area directors, I would provide for them encouragement, motivation, and guidance. Why I think that is important? Because that will help them to be able to push their clubs and also guide and use that information to have their clubs achieve the goals within their clubs, the areas, and within the districts.
Thank you. My last question that is, What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
Although this may sound different, what I intend to do is listen, because I think that's important. Listen, implement a plan, work around positive people, not be afraid to take on challenges, and come with solutions, which will enable me and my team of area directors to assist the clubs and also the district, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmasters, nominated candidate Toastmaster Denise. Wishing you all the best and returning the virtual lectern to Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I look forward to your support. Have a good day.
Good afternoon, nominated candidate Deborah. Can you see the timer?
Yes, I can see the timer.
Okay, now the following question. Would you like to begin with an opening statement, or would you like to reserve that as a closing remark?
I'll close with a closing remark.
Okay. In that case, I will start off with my first question. Which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
Thank you for that question. The core value that I hold most to me is respect. Because we work with a team, it is important that we respect each other's view, though we may not always like what anyone shares, or so we must respect. We must respect their opinions and views on matters and come to a collective conclusion. So respect I hold dear to me.
Thank you, nominated candidate Deborah. Now, my second question for you is, how will you support your area directors in their roles? How will you support the area directors in their roles?
I will support my area directors by encouragement, motivation, and constant check-in on their activities, plan training programs that would help them by personalizing a coaching with the area directors to help them achieve their goals. That way it would have a rippling effect, and I too will be able to achieve for the division.
Thank you for that answer. My third question for you will be, what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
My responsibility again would help, I would say, be strategic in the division if I'm given that opportunity. Plan strategic programs with the area directors, deeper engagement with the area directors, use smart data-driven decision-making. This will help to track, especially with the DCP, and we now have new DCP goals to achieve for the 2025-2026 year, and the membership trend, constantly tracking, and include, I would say, inclusive leadership development for our area directors by mentoring them and constantly engaging and having effective events planned for the division. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you for that. That was my last question for you. Nominate the candidate Deborah. And now for your closing remark.
Thank you, Toastmaster. As the division director, My mission is to empower our division on a whole and help them to thrive through strategic support and innovation and collaboration. My key responsibilities, I would say, is to help support the area directors. To fulfill this mission, I will establish structured mentorship and support system, tailoring to each area director. And especially looking at 3 key areas, that is deeper engagement with the area director through personalized coaching and consistent touching points. I cannot overemphasize that. Smart data-driven decision-making with a simple tracking system that will help to identify the DCP goals and where we're going. Also to include leadership development by mentoring our emerging leaders and ensuring continuity in the leadership pipeline. And I would say innovation in our is our key growth for the area by constantly training, capitalizing the virtual and hybrid training programs planned for the division. And most importantly, gamifying the club and area directors as they achieve. And this helps to motivate, recognizing them on their achievements and using AI-powered performance analytics. This would provide, I would say, tailored, effective support as we would be able to monitor how the division is thriving. So overall, I would say this would help to modernize our approach in the division and to create a dynamic, engaging Toastmasters experience for all. To inspire growth, empower leaders, and collaborate successfully as we build new clubs and help others to achieve excellence. Toastmaster.
Thank you, nominated candidate. Deborah, wishing you all the best. Good afternoon, nominated candidate. Karen?
Yes.
Can you see the timer?
Timer. Okay, let me have a look. Timer. Yes, I can.
Okay, then we can start. Nominated candidate, Karen, would you like to begin with an opening statement or would you leave that as a closing remark?
I'll begin with an opening statement.
In that case, you can proceed.
Let me proceed. Okay, let me proceed. Ralph Smedley once said, "We learn best in moments of enjoyment." As a distinguished Toastmaster with over 15 years of experience, I have witnessed the evolution of our educational program from legacy to pathways. As a candidate for Division J Director, my goal is to cultivate an environment where members feel encouraged and motivated to learn through enjoyment. My objectives include creating awareness. As Division Director, I intend to conduct workshops on Toastmasters Distinguished Club Program. 2, celebrating the history and culture, because Division J includes Guyana and Grenada, unless there is another alignment. But as for now, hosting a division-wide storytelling night so that I can learn the culture and we can learn the culture. And 3, fostering mentorship, collaborating with area directors and clubs to develop strong leaders and communicators. With my experience, skills, knowledge, and personable nature, I am committed to building upon the achievements of my predecessors, leading Division J to success and paving the way for future Toastmasters. For stronger members, clubs, areas, Division J, vote Distinguished Toastmaster Karen Louison for Division J Director.
Thank you, nominated candidate Karen. Now, let me start off with the first question. Which core value of Toastmasters do you hold most important and why?
The core value I hold most important is service. We have to be service leaders. That's the core of Toastmasters. It's a volunteer organization. So as a Toastmaster for over 15 years, my intention is to continue helping others and exposing the Toastmasters program to them. So I look at service as my most important core value.
Thank you for that. My next question for you is, how will you support your area directors in their roles?
Thank you for that question. And that is a very important question, because being a division director means managing or leading these area directors in order for the clubs to be successful. So how would I support them? In my role as area director, I intend to first, as I was thinking about it, to have a meeting with my area directors. 2, the club and even division success plan. That is extremely important. The planning, bringing together of area directors, and we start with training to support them with the training and monthly meetings. So with somewhere between there should be the club success plan where we plan our way forward. And we do this early, very early, so that we can know where we are going. And to support them is to check in on them. So I'll create a WhatsApp group chat. This will obviously be discussed of the means of communication when we meet as we do the success plan. But a WhatsApp group right now is easier to communicate. And obviously we look at the times we are going to communicate. People need support, so I have to be there for them. So I'll begin with the training and checking-ins and agree on meetings. Sometimes you'll have monthly meetings generally and one-on-ones to check in because they need that kind of support.
Okay, thank you for that answer, nominated candidate Karen. And my last question for you is, what are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
Right. Great. Thank you for that question again. Thinking about my role as division director, I came up with the planning because when I was a president, I noticed having the club success plan, writing it to make it happen, and setting targets. So I intend to bring all of us together and we start the planning of the Distinguished Toastmasters goals, making people aware that we have these goals, the timelines, membership drives. You need 8 new members each year. So in the planning, we have to include our strategies for communication. And these things have to be upfront, not during the year when we realize the clubs are dying, we start fidgeting and start doing this. All these things have to be upfront. And with planning, you look at them, evaluate, and you change as you go along. You make different changes. So the Distinguished Club program, and it's good that they have this medley. So when we reach a 10 out of 10, we know we have this medley. So it's constant checking in. As I looked at it and the different alignment, we really have to be in touch with our area directors. We must, and the program.
Thank you for
plan.
your, okay, thank you for your answers. Nominated candidate Karen, wishing you all the best. And I now return the virtual lectern to Mr. Chair.